All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started. We'd like to welcome Keegan Bradley to the Media Center here at the 2024 Tour Championship. Keegan, you go to the BMW Championship last week at number 50, win, and then you come in this week at number 4 and chance to win the FedEx Cup. Just opening comments on the crazy whirlwind of the past week from Memphis and now sitting here.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday afternoon in Memphis was one of the scariest times of my career, honestly. And, fast forward a week to just be here is so great. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm in 4th in the FedEx Cup, and I shouldn't just be happy to be here. But making it to the Tour Championship is such a big deal for us players. So anytime you finish off the year here, it's a big deal.
Absolutely. All right, we'll go right into questions. We only have a few minutes, so we'll just hop right in. If you raise your hand, we will get a microphone over to you. Yep, Steve right here on the right. Thank you.
I'm assuming a couple of weeks ago you weren't thinking much about winning this thing, but how much have you had to, I guess, recalibrate?
Yeah, it's so amazing how quick your gear can change, how golf can change, and I have such an amazing opportunity here to do something really special and something that I've never done in my career. And now winning the FedEx Cup has become such an important part of being a great player. And, this is obviously my greatest chance to do that. And what a great opportunity. What a fun thing to be able to go out and not only make it here, but now I got a chance to win the whole thing.
Good. It's right here.
Hey, Keegan. Here we go. Thank you. What do you think of the course in the restoration? You've obviously played here a lot. What do you think of the changes? And are there any strategies that you're going to employ that is different from in the past this week to try and win?
Well, I think it's great. There's a few players in this field that always play really great here, and that sort of changes everything. So everybody's at a level playing field this week. I think the officials have to do a really good job of setting the course up just with how firm the greens are, and from what I've heard, they're going to do a great job of that. I was going to hit it down the 10th hole on 18. We just found out that's going to be out of bounds. That's an interesting wrinkle to everything, but I really think they did a good job. I think there's a few really extreme sections of the course that you have to avoid, but there's so much history here at this golf course, and updating the course was a great thing for this tournament.
Okay, right here to Bob in the front.
Keegan, I wonder if since Sunday, if you've had any chance to talk to Jim Furyk and in relation to your own possibilities of being a captain's pick for the President's Cup and maybe what this week might mean for that.
Yeah, I've spoken to him a little bit. We're going to chat a little more as the week goes on. I want to do what's best for the team. I truly, truly mean that. I want to, if what's best for the team is for me to play, then I want to play. If what's best for me to be the vice captain and there's a better pairings, then I'm happy to do that. And Jim's been an incredible leader. I've learned so much from him already. And Jim is a guy that when I first came out on tour, he was the guy that I really looked up to. So to be able to be around him and sort of hear his insight and just a few of the little things that he's told me has really, really helped what I think will help my captaincy at Bethpage.
Do you think it matters either way for your own Ryder Cup captaincy, which role you might take? Like, could it help you more to just be an assistant, or does playing supersede that? And also, does playing well this week matter in that, do you think?
Well, I think there's pros and cons to both sides. I think certainly being a vice captain would help me being a captain at Bethpage, because when you're playing, your mentality changes a bit. You're more stressed out. You're thinking about, geez, I got the alternate shot hole, I got the tough drive. So there's other things in your mind, but also being inside the ropes with these guys in the battle, in the heat, reminding myself how tough this is. And then if the situation arises where I am playing in the Bethpage, playing at the President's Cup would certainly help. But I've gone back and forth, and I think that there's pros and cons to both of them. And whatever happens is I'm going to have to figure out how to make the best of it.
Okay, just go right here quickly to Shed.
Just curious if Jim has asked you for your opinion on picks. or will he ask you? Odd picks.
I think, we've had some quick discussions, but he's largely left me to playing these last couple weeks. You always got to remember that these guys were players too, and Jim's a Hall of Fame player, and he knows what it's like to be. He was explaining to me a situation. I forget which Ryder Cup or President's Cup it was. He was in a very similar spot that I was. He was a vice captain, but he was still trying to make the team, and so he knows what I'm going through. And I think as it comes to this week, I think with the different format and stuff like that, I think it shouldn't come down to 1 week that you decide whether a person's going to play a month later. But I really, there's part of me that feels terrible I put him in this position, but I want to be as upfront with him and honest with him, and he's been great.
Good. All right, Keegan, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck this week.
Thank you.